Big ass, get that ooh, baby. Big ass, get that ooh. Big ass, get that ooh, baby.
Hey guys, what's poppin'? Welcome to another video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't been subscribed yet, and also like the video and share the video. All right, so today I'm gonna be installing a unit from Butterfly Ming Beauty. As you can see, my hair is already braided up real nice. None of my edges are out. First thing I'm gonna do is, that my gots to be glue. I'm gonna use that to slick back all my edges, like I said, so none of them will come out. All right, light amount, just like a really small amount. Now I'm gonna take my little edge control brush and I'm gonna slick it back, and then I'm gonna blow dry it. Alright, so there you go. And I'm gonna use the blow dryer to make sure it's completely dry. Just gonna use the brush to kind of brush up the back part. A lot of times we always forget the back, including myself sometimes, especially if I'm doing my own install. Sometimes I just leave the back all nappy. Also, when I'm doing the blow drying, I always switch from hot to cold. And this button right here on my blow dryer, it allows me to go back and forth. So if it's on hot and I press this button right here, then it gets cold. So after I slick everything back and it's all dry and everything, next I'm gonna put on my stocking cap. Bring it a little forward. Really. Okay, so if you see the cap, you can see my hairline, which is what I will be following when I go to glue down the cap, because after I glue down the cap, that's what I'm gonna follow after I cut it off to lay down the wig. All right, also the thinner the cap, the better. So you want to get the thinner caps when you're purchasing these wig caps, because you know, it'll make it easier for you to follow the hairline exactly when you're able to see it properly. So I got my Erica J Hold Me Down glue, and it's almost finished right now. But I also have the Bold Hold. This is what I used to use before I got into Erica J, and I really do like the Erica J. As long as you know how to apply it, it'll be so good. But if you don't understand or you don't know exactly how to apply it, it can give you them white residue that you do not want. And there's a way to fix that if you get it too, but that's for another video. But there we go. So I'm gonna use the Erica J one for now for holding down my stocking cap, and I'm only gonna do like one layer. All right. I hate the stocking cap on my face right now. It's bugging me, but they said beauty come with what. I like to do the dab test just to make sure it's coming out. So it is coming out, and then I'm gonna follow the hairline. Just gonna dab it like I'm gonna like you're coloring in a sense. And this glue dries really fast, so just be mindful of that. So there it goes. It's actually starting to dry already. I kind of use my fingers to kind of just even it out so it could dry evenly, and there's not no really bumps and anything like that. The sides always take a little longer to dry for me all the time. this part is dried and everything like that. So this next part, you're going to get your foundation. I usually recommend the Pro Concealer, but if you don't have that, you can use the regular foundation that you usually use, just as long as it matches your face. And we're going to blend the foundation on the wig cap and also on the wig. So basically what I'm doing is blending it out, okay? When you got that little large or that drop of it and you just dip right into it and go, that's how you end up putting too much product on the hair. So once you blend it out, you know, lightly around the hairline. Ensure that you're using the right color that matches your skin tone so it can look as natural as possible. So I'm also going along the line of the glue, but I kind of left that part for last because, again, I don't want too much product built up there. So once I go to put the glue, then it's going to be a problem. So I start from the back area. And then when there's not so much product on the brush, then I just go over the glue area. And it's all about blending. Just blend it out before I cut off the wig cap at the front. Alright, so now that I've finished blending it, then I'm gonna be cutting along the glue line. I'm gonna be cutting off the excessive wig cap. Alrighty. Careful when you're cutting around the ears part, not to cut yourself or your client and whatnot. Usually I just cut the back of this, like I cut it down the middle. Usually sometime I would sew down the back, but I'm really not in the mood to do that today. So what I did is just tie it up and then just kind of like tuck it underneath, if you see, right? Tuck it underneath here, so let's see. Now we're gonna start cutting off these excessives, if you can see, and all of that extra stuff. When you cut, you just kind of like blend, in a sense. You just push it down so that it's like getting flat, staying flat. You want to look like Scalpiana, like it's your scalp. Okay, so now that I got the wig cap down and everything and it's all dry, then I'm gonna install the unit. Now this is the unit that I'm using today. This is a customized unit. It was originally a 613 blonde and I did a little color thing on there. So, but prior to installing, putting the wig on, so I'm gonna like slick the hair back with the hot comb. That way none of the hair is getting in the way once you're doing everything, and it's just looking really like you know, you got a fresh perm relaxer, fresh relaxer. All right, it's hot, so see. Just basically just slicking it back. Put a little hairspray. Alright, so there it is. And I'm gonna use a little bit of like hairspray when I'm slicking it down. On both sides. And then I got my hot comb. I'm just gonna do that. So I want to make sure when you're installing the wig, none of those little fly hairs getting all out in the glue and everything like that. Alright, so for the other side. See? So this is what the wig will look like after I'm finished the hot comb. Alright. Now, so prior to putting on the wig, I'm gonna blend the inside of the wig the same way how I blend the wig cap prior to putting it, after I put it on. So I'd already did the whole blending with the foundation thing. So I'm just using, like I said, light amount. I don't want it to too much product to kind of like cause any type of buildup. After I'm finished tinting it, that's what it's gonna look like. That's on the outside and this is on the inside. I'm gonna cut these out, the pins, like the combs and whatnot. So I did go along the hairline with the brush as well. So I use a really small one, and I did go along the hairline just a little bit. Again, not too much, because if it's too much, you and the glue is gonna have a problem, and you're gonna be mad, and you're gonna have to take that wig back off and do it all over again. So be mindful of that. Perfect. Right, so I am finished cutting out the little pins, combs, whatnot. Now, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off some of the lace. Before I even put the wig on, I'm gonna cut off the lace. And I'm gonna use like this little razor to cut it off so it's not such a smooth cut. Just like if you had used a scissors, it'd be like, but with this one, it's gonna make it like, you know what I mean, ziggy-zaggy, sorta, so to speak. So, see? Just cut it. See, it's not cutting neat or anything. So this is how it looks. See it? Ziggy-zaggy like after I cut it off. And don't forget to cut off this part too, because honestly, a lot of times I don't even remember. I don't cut it off, but make sure to cut this part off. It's real tacky when it starts to show in the back. You see me? All right. Give it another comb through real quick, slip down back edges, and it kind of when start get standing up once I was cutting along the edges. Voila, gonna slide it on. And at first, it's okay, just bring it a little bit further than where it's gonna lay. It's only temporary, guys. I'm gonna move it. But now that I have it where I want it, there you go. I'm gonna start applying the glue. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna peel it back just a little bit so I can apply the glue on the hairline. There we go. So I'm gonna do one side and then the other side. Reason why I'm doing it that way is because, again, I'm using the Erica J glue, and this glue dries really fast. If you don't really know how to manipulate this glue, you're gonna have white marks and it's not gonna be sticking properly, and you're gonna just be really mad and annoyed. But again, practice will let you get a better handle of it. If you have a glue that you like to use, stick with that. To each his own. But again, like I said, it's between these two. Come ever then, but she like a Kiev person. All right, so make sure say to come out. All right, so just gonna follow the hairline just like how you have the wig cap. Thin layers, and I'm gonna do like 3 or 4, I think, and thin layers. So this is how I'm gonna make sure you're seeing it. Same process like before. It's like you're coloring it in. So I'm gonna use the radical to blend it out. See how quick it's drying just on that first layer alone. See? Barely can see. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with another layer. Same process, like I'm coloring. Even it out. Alright, so that's after I apply the second layer. And then I always clean off the edge with some alcohol because it do get to be sticking. Now I'm down to the third layer, and I think I'm only going to just do 3 layers because I'm not going to wear this wig for that long. So if you want a longer lasting wig, you can like do more layers. This is the third layer. I could have done like 4 or 5, but yeah, and as you can see, it's like drying. Oh, yeah, that's my baby. Yes. What did Javon do? Javon, what did you do? Took your AirPods from me. Baby, you can't have my AirPods. I can't get a minute or a second to myself. It's crazy. But anyways, moving on. Alright, so I'm waiting for that to dry, and like you can use your blow dryer and switch back from cold to hot. Right, so for this side that's done, I'm gonna just pull it down. Then a rattled seat comb again and just kind of just press it in to the glue. Alright, so now I'm gonna go to the other side now. Just gonna pull it back. So I'm basically gonna repeat the process on this other side with putting on the glue, making sure that following the hairline and also in like a drawing type of movement, like when you're putting on the glue. Okay, my glue is, this one is almost done. And you don't need to let the glue dry in between. The thing is just to hurry up and like even it out and then go to the next layer. You don't want it to get completely dry. That's how you end up with the white marks. And then your glue won't be sticking properly. Then people be saying the glue is not good and this, that, and the third, and they don't like the glue. But sometimes it's just really about the application. Sure the layers are thin so they're not cake up and won't dry properly. So I'm gonna apply the last layer. Now that it's dry, I'm gonna pull it down just like the other side, how we did the other side.
Mom?
Yes, sweetie? Yeah, I know. I'll be out soon.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so now that I laid the wig down, I'm gonna put on my headband. Oh, Lord.
No.
Mm.
No. No. No.
Tie it up so I can put it down. I don't really enjoy this part all the time, guys. It be so tight. But, you know, to get that look, you have to do what you have to do. Alright. Now that's all tied up. I look like a daddy, me look like a daddy. Just money spent on me body. What are you going on, let's go? I'm sick. While my hair was drying, guys, I quickly just do my eyebrows. My eyebrows was looking messy, and it needs to be I need to get it waxed, but look how I do my eyebrows and full of ear. Want to shave, but it don't look so bad. It don't look so bad now that I do it. All right, so I'm taking this off now. Ooh. Whoa. There we go. All right, and then we're gonna cut off the excessive lace. All right, so before I get to cutting the edges, I'm gonna use my Gots to Be glue and my edge control brush, and I'm gonna spray some on there and slick the edges back again like that. Once I got everything back, then I'm gonna cut off the extra lace that was left from that time. All right, so I cut off one side. All right, let's get into the melts. And then now I'm gonna cut off the other side. I'm not using a knife. I mean, a knife. I'm not using the scissors. I'm using this thing I used to shape my brows. I don't want it to have such a blunt look. One side too. So basically what I've been doing is getting it really flat. So I've been using my my oil sheen and a hairspray, very light hairspray. It's like a 2 or a 1, whichever. And I'm getting it really flat. the hot comb. Okay, so when you're trying to get the part, try not to open the part too wide, especially when you're using colored hair, because there is a way to fix it when it's the dark hair. And when it's the color hair, you're going to have to make sure you have the exact color, the thing used to cover like gray, but in that color. And part chances are this color, because this was a freestyle, like I said. So I'm basically just opening up the part a little bit more. That way we can make the part more defined. Personally, I'm not a big fan of color hair all the time. I'm a big blonde fan, but this color hair all the time is not my speed. I love my black hair. Papa? What? So I'm gonna use this brush along, like, to define the part when you're gonna use the foundation to define the part. So I'm gonna use this little brush so that, you know, it's nice and easy. All pull or whatever. Again, whatever brush works for you. You know, everybody gotta do things custom to themselves and how they're comfortable and things like that. So there goes the install. Like, I could just leave it straight or put some curls in it, and I could just not really do no baby hair, because I've been starting to like the natural look of lately without baby hair and all of that. So that's what it would look like without the baby hair. However, I'm gonna do baby hair today though. So I'm basically gonna take out the hair that I want for baby hair. I don't want a lot, so I'm just gonna do it really lightly. So that's the amount I'm gonna take out for the baby hair. Not a lot, because I don't want the baby hairs to be too big. Okay guys, so I pre-did the left side baby hair first, and then I'm gonna show y'all how I do it. So after you take out a little bit of the hair that you decide, if you want bigger baby hair, fuller baby hair, take out more hair. If you want thinner baby hair like the ones I'm using now, you can you take out less hair. And the reason why I'm doing baby hair is because it's colored. The hair is colored, so I want the baby hair and all of that good stuff. But had it been like dark hair, I probably would have just left it like that. But the baby hair is the lit right now. I'm liking it. Alright, so I'm gonna show you exactly how I accomplish this on the other side. So I did the other side because sometimes I basically cannot see, and I want to make sure you guys can see perfectly what I'm doing. So this is the baby hair that I'm taking out. Alright, taking down the baby hair and just kind of hold this back a little bit with my grab clip, and I'm gonna go in with my edge control brush again and a little bit of Gots to Be spray, not too much, and then I'm just gonna slick this part in. Okay, and then I'm gonna bring these down with that same brush. Just bring these down because you want them to be nice and flat. And then you're gonna use your hot comb. Use your hot comb to bring them down, make sure that they're flat. Please be careful with this part because this part is very crazy tricky and you could burn yourself or your client. Like that. Bring them down. Again, be very careful. Please don't burn yourself. And more importantly, don't burn nobody, but if you burn yourself. Because you burn somebody, it could be a lawsuit, all kind of other something. Just make sure that it's down like that. And then after you get it all flat, then you're gonna cut it off. Not too short, but not too long. But if you're not that good with cutting it, start out doing it long. You can always adjust. Once you cut that hair off, that's it, it's gone. So once you cut off the hair, that's it. You know, so it's better to do it longer and then you can adjust it by going shorter than you just go whoop, real short and then you can't do nothing and stuff like that. All right, so I'm using my razor again, like the one I use for my eyebrows. So again, you know, you do the razors because you don't want that blunt type of cut and so on. So next you're gonna get your flat iron, preferably a little small one because you're doing the edges, so you get the little minis. If you don't have the minis, use the biggie ones, but just again be careful. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna curl the baby hair so we're able to make baby hair better, because you got to make your baby hair, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to play with it until you get the baby hair how you like them and how you want them to look on you. So all right, maybe I might cut off a little slight piece off of this side again. Okay, so I'm curling them under, as you can see. Curl it under. When you curl it, it helps to define the baby hair better. When you just be making the baby hair just like that, just so it's a lot more hard to manipulate. Harder, and that's what it'll look like. So for the baby hair, I use the Gots to Be glue along with my edge control brush. I do not use the mousse, because personally I feel like the mousse is so messy, like wet, and you gotta wait for it to dry and all of the extra stuff. And then for like edge control is too oily and greasy sometimes and may just start making a wig lift up, or it's just too messy again. And what other method? Gel, not my fan either, but to each his own. Always the case. If that works for you and it looks really good when it's done, you do that. You know what I mean? All right, so get my edge control brush, my Gots to Be, and I'm gonna spray some on there and start manipulating these baby hair. I really like how this side come out. All right, so here we go. Again, like I said, making the baby hair, and when you're doing that, you're souping it into the hair. Yes guys, sometimes it might take a little longer because like I said, the baby hair, I have to make them. So why this I can't do this now. a little bit more off of this. Alright, here we go. We're on the other side of it. Go like you want axe to burn, you know? Alright. Okay, so that's that for that part with the baby hair. And again, like baby hair get better over time. After doing it and doing it and doing it, wow. Then you start get the hang of it and all of that extra stuff. Some days the baby hair then come up perfect like they were slave to the gods. And then the next day they are going like they're stubborn like today, you know? So I'm gonna use my bevel to put some big curls up in the joints. I'm not really going anywhere right now, so I'm just so curl up it just to show y'all an end look. And then, you know, I'm gonna get back to y'all. It's gonna take a little time, so, you know. Voila. Some girls see me and them face get saggy. But you know I make them aggy. I chew me a dolly. Alright guys, so there goes the beads. I just put a little light curl up in it, and then I beat my face so y'all can see. I'm not even wearing any lashes or anything like that. Yay. And there goes that install. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And I like this color. This color was custom colored by yours truly. I was really just freestyling with this color when I was doing it. So yeah, I did the beat and everything too. I'm gonna do one of the lashes from Butterfly Mink Beauty. I'm just gonna put on the lash so y'all can see the entire finished look. Take it out. And then I'm gonna prep it to put it on. My things be just put down right in front of me, and I've been looking and can't find a damn thing. Until I said my son. Honestly, it's hard to get work done with that boy. If I follow him, as I said, it wouldn't be great. I mean, I feel great. You see me? So, you see how that go. Get into the look. So, it's your girl Mink, and it doesn't no display. I'm loving it. I mean, again, I love me some black hair. I'm off with the black hair. I don't play a lot with colors, but I must say I'm feeling this color.
Bye-bye.
Jesus, God, for me body, yeah? Why you want to take off the diaper? Well, no, Papa, you go take off your diaper. Come here, come here, come here. Say hi to the people. Why, baby, not having it? It's an extra. The baby boy liking cute. So you gonna make mommy fresh up your hair today? Hmm? You wanna be fresh like me today? No, don't you dare touch it. Don't touch it.
Hey, stop. I got one.
Move it up. You top. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling my. Ready to go take a shower? Stop it. Don't be mean. Hey, let him know because when you're trouble, man, he be mean. I really don't particularly care. Come up, man, nobody foolish. You're always on a perplexity.
What am I supposed to do?
Alright, may I come right now, so you ain't gotta do nothing. Don't worry about it. I got it.
Alright.
And right after this, you're about to take a nap, okay? Take a nap?
No.
You're gonna take a nap?
Yes.
Yes.